There's an illusion quietly eroding the foundation of the weak. It doesn't shout, it whispers. The lie is this: if you're kind enough, patient enough, tolerant enough, the world will shower you with love, respect, and peace. You believe that if you're always giving, always forgiving, always smiling, people will cherish you. You believe your life will be peaceful and you'll be seen as the good person. But Machiavelli has a cold truth for you, one that no one wants to hear, yet everyone needs to face. Unconditional kindness is the shortest path to collapse. The more blindly kind you are, the more predictable you become. The more you give without calculation, the more you lose your power, and the easier it becomes to be manipulated by the very people you're trying to please. Kindness is not a virtue, it is a weapon, and only those who understand human nature know how to sharpen it and use it at the right moment. In this video, we're going to strip away the sweet mask of niceness and step into the ruthless world of Machiavelli, a world where power is not given to the pleasant, but preserved through selectiveness, discipline, and strategic fear. If you've ever been taken advantage of because you were too kind, or if you've been betrayed by the very people you gave your all to, this video is for you. Lesson 1. Kindness without calculation, the path to self-destruction. People say kindness is good, but Machiavelli said that kindness without calculation is stupidity. Here's the rule most kind people never realize. When you give too easily, people stop thanking you. They start treating it as your obligation. You offer kindness unconditionally, and soon enough, it's no longer a gift. It becomes an expectation. When you stop meeting that expectation, you're not met with understanding. You're met with judgment. This sounds familiar, doesn't it? The coworker you went out of your way to help, only for them to give you side-eye when you refused to work late just once. Or the lover you supported when they had nothing. But when you stopped paying attention, they said, "You've changed." The cost of careless kindness is not gratitude. It's endless entitlement. Those who are unconsciously kind believe they're planting seeds of goodness, but in reality, they're sowing the seeds of resentment. When people get used to being indulged, you're no longer seen as kind. You're seen as someone who owes them comfort. And when you stop providing that comfort, you're not met with compassion. You're met with attack. Lesson 2. The weapon of kindness. Machiavelli didn't oppose kindness. He just taught us how to wield it as a weapon. He didn't advocate cruelty, but he recognized that kindness, when used indiscriminately, loses its power. Kindness is not a character trait. It's a tool, and like any tool, it must be controlled. The smartest people give, not out of guilt, but because it benefits them. They forgive, not out of weakness, but because that forgiveness creates a debt. They show humility, not to lower their status, but to lower their opponent's guard. Real kindness is not softness. It's a calculated strike. Lesson 3. The true power of strategic kindness. Imagine this. You walk into a room. One person is always smiling, always kind, always patting you on the back. The other is quiet, calm, with a measured smile, speaking only when necessary. Who do you approach first? Most likely, the first one. But who do you fear? Who makes you think twice before speaking, adjust your tone, or hesitate before acting? It's the second person, the one who doesn't give away everything. That is the power of strategic kindness. Those who understand this don't hand out kindness to everyone. They observe, they choose. They know this simple truth. When you give too much, you dilute your value. Just like money loses value when printed too often, kindness loses its weight when given too freely. When kindness is rare, it becomes a symbol of power. People strive for it, compete for it, and long for your recognition, not because they want a reward, but because they want to prove they're worthy of it. Lesson 4. The poison of indiscriminate kindness. There's a deadly mistake that many people make. They believe in absolute fairness. They give to everyone equally, thinking they'll be remembered as a kind, generous leader. But what happens when you give equally to everyone? The loyal ones begin to question their loyalty. The lazy ones start taking advantage. What you thought was fairness is actually blurring the line between loyalty and betrayal. Machiavelli warned us about this. Indiscriminate kindness is poison disguised as an angel. It makes you believe you're being loved, but in reality, you're losing control. When everyone receives the same reward, you're no longer leading. You're handing out charity, and charity is rarely appreciated. A wise person never pours kindness like a rainstorm over a barren field. They water only the trees that need to grow. Kindness must be earned, not freely given. Lesson 5. How to command respect, not love. A leader doesn't need to be loved. They need to be respected. The one who is always kind is eventually seen as weak, while the one who knows when to withhold kindness commands respect. Real power comes from boundaries, clear boundaries that let people know where they stand. Kindness without boundaries is like money spent recklessly. It loses its value. Those with clear boundaries create a different effect. Their kindness is selective. Their promises carry weight. Their presence holds value. You don't need to be cruel, but you must be someone others don't dare to test. If you've ever found yourself caught in the trap of constant kindness and you're ready to reclaim your power, hit the like button and subscribe to Virtù. We're here to teach you how to build a mindset that commands respect, not love.